is licensing first and expand by franchising. By allowing other companies to open Taco Bell in Hungary, Yum Brands would gain primary research on Hungarians' perceptions of the restaurant and of Mexican food. If Taco Bell is successful, companies with those licenses will be likely to franchise the Taco Bell and the market will soon expand. Other possibility is to have strategy alliance with Yum Brands, such as KFC and Pizza Hut. Since Hungarians are already well aware of Pizza Hut and KFC, we can use those restaurants as potential partners. Possibly Taco Bell and KFC can be in same location like it is in United States. This two-in-one system would not only introduce Taco Bell to customers more easily, but it will lower the capital cost since Taco Bell will be joining with brands that already have kitchens and restaurant facilities in place. By using the synergy of all Yum brands, Taco Bell will have an easier time establishing physical location and operations. Next, Duke is going to talk about the brand strategy.
Yeah, this is brand strategy. Yeah, after the political situation changed, in Hungary, the lifestyle is changed, and the industrial structure also changes. So the customer demand on fast food is increasing. In this course, the Hungarians' interest in healthy food is also increasing. You know, the effect of the well-being sensation over the world. The Taco Bell food is much more healthier than other fast food. So that one is focused on our brand strategy. So low calorie and low fat. Yeah, we have to localize the flavor and ingredient because the local food is unfamiliar for Hungarians. So you can see this bread. This bread is really popular bread in Hungary. So we're gonna mix up with our original ingredient and flavor. And the beer is very popular drink in Europe. So European people really like beer. So we're serving beer with our menu and serving kit menu. And we have to do standardization in producing method and ready to produce ingredient for saving cost. Yeah, you can see this picture, Taco Bell and KFC in the same area. We have to maximizing Yum brand synergy. So KFC is already in Hungarian market. So if we use the same area in same place for our business, we can save a lot of cost. And we're using the point card system covering all Yum brands. There can be the synergy for all Yum brands. Yeah, price. Yeah, we have to localize the price because the Hungarian customer price level is relatively low. You can see the number. The EU 21 members average is 100, but in Hungary, 71, 60, 55 is relatively low. So we have to consider about that. And the competition price, the Big Mac is 680 foreign is Hungary and the currency. So we have to find the right balance. The people can think the cheaper one can be lower quality. So we have to find right balance, and we have to set up the price line slightly higher than competitors. And next with Jonathan.
Okay. So I'm going to start by talking about place and distribution. Our initial locations are going to open up in Budapest and its surrounding suburbs because it accounts for 20% of Hungary's population. Furthermore, we want to open up a location in the Ferihegyi International Airport, which is a major hub connecting Europe and Asia. And last year, for example, it served 8.4 million passengers. So this is going to help us tap into a new demographic of tourists and travelers on the go, as well as start to spread Taco Bell around Hungary itself. We want to obtain domestic supply chains for produce and other perishables. We think that less salt and less preservative used in our ingredients are going to help with the taste. And furthermore, we can use local corn and rice suppliers, which are small, but that'll help us lower our transportation costs and delivery time on those specific ingredients. Moving on to the beef supply, unfortunately Hungary really has no domestic beef supply. They mainly raise chickens and pigs. So we're going to have to find a nearby source to get all of our beef in mass, because that is one of the main raw materials and ingredients used in Taco Bell products. Also, the Hungarian goods transport sector is privatized, so we need to get in line with these companies to be sure that we'll be able to have good distribution channels. And fortunately, the railroad network is very extensive throughout the country. The highway system is still trying to catch up in terms of EU standards, so using freight and train would probably be our best method. And finally, in order to find which companies we want to use, we can implement Yum Brand's STAR system, which is a supplier tracking and recognition system, which basically monitors standards for all of Yum Brand's key suppliers, including things like pest control, operation and facility management, and food security. Next, we're going to talk about advertising. We have three main introductory advertising campaigns that we want to use. The first one is going to be about educating the Hungarian market about Taco Bell. Like we said, this is an exotic and new cuisine to Hungary. Its textures and shapes and flavors are not really familiar with. So we want to make sure that they understand how tacos and tortillas offer portability and basically contain the meal within a handheld item. And also the shape and design of the foods tends to create different layers of ingredients and flavors, which is an important ideal in a Hungarian traditional cuisine. For quality and nutrition, another ad campaign, we're basically going to use comparative advertising against the other major fast food companies like McDonald's and Burger King, and focus on how most of our menu items are at a lower calorie count. And finally, our third campaign, which is really unique, is going to be called